Okay, Brian, here's a Swiss chard that's growing right now in the garden. I told you I had some really big cauliflowers, and here's a cauliflower. I get a closer picture. Now here's my hand, and that's the cauliflower. It's pretty good size. Over here's my second crop of Swiss chard and collard greens, and that's my other Swiss chard. It's quite big. Here's another area that's got cauliflower in it. These are a lot smaller, only about 4 inches in diameter, but they should get pretty big. I bought a bale of straw. It's about 10 bucks, and I use it to mulch the soil, plus put it around the plants. It helps the plants keep in moisture. Over here, my collard greens, and then I've got a small patch of peas. Larissa loves them. She's been eating them. She likes them. It's not too many. Here's a pepper plant that I've got. It's got some bell peppers on it. They're not too big, but right now it's cold. Things aren't growing really good. And here are those bottles that I was telling you about on YouTube. You take a plastic bottle, water bottle, and you split it, and then you put it around a stem, fill it with soil, then put duct tape or something on it, then connect it to hold it in place. It will grow, the root system of the stem will grow into the bottle. Then after 3 weeks you can cut the stem and take it and plant it as a whole plant. I've got 2 or 3 of them. It's called cloning. As you can see, because you're taking original material from the plant and reproducing the plant exactly. So if you like your tomatoes that are producing on one certain plant, you go and you clone that particular plant. These things here are my turnips, and I've been picking them. There's one right here. It's not that big, but they're real good in a salad, and you can cook up the turnip greens themselves and put them in a soup. They have a good flavor to them too. Here's some of my tomato plants. We haven't had a frost to kill them yet, so I'm getting some fairly good tomatoes. Hopefully it'll warm up and they'll start to ripen up. I've been putting them in a paper bag and they turn red. Here's some more of my tomatoes. Got some cabbages I got cooking. Over here I've got some onions and garlic in some regular pots with potting soil. And hopefully we'll get some from them this year. This is a bag of my earthworm castings. I take it and I mix it with water and I aerate it. There's a little fish aquarium pump in this bucket. It's about a 6-gallon bucket. Aerate it for 24 hours and I pour it over the plants, and they seem to like it quite a bit. This is a kale plant. Got some pretty purple and green leaves on it. Next to it is some parsley, which goes great in soups and salads. These are aloe vera plants that I put in the garden. They're great for burns, and you can actually eat them. They're supposed to be extremely good for your digestive system. And I've actually eaten some of these aloe vera plants, and I can't tell the difference between them and an onion. Once you rinse off all the gooey stuff, they taste pretty good. This is my mulch section of my garden I've been doing nothing but putting in clippings and old potato peels, and I put a bunch of straw on it, and then I put perlite, vermiculite, and it's really loose. And what's neat is the all those compost worms that I bought a couple years ago have migrated into the garden, and now there's about 2 to 3 every square foot of the garden. They love the the compost stuff, and they convert it into really good soil. So by beginning of this year, this should be a very good garden. This is your mother's garden, and last year she took one of my artichoke plants, and you can see how big it is. It's huge. She's taking up most of her upper garden. These green buckets, not buckets, but they're actually pieces of pipe from a storm drain they were working on in my project. I filled them up with the sand and vermiculite and a little bit of compost, and I put straw on the top of them to keep the cat from using it as a litter box, but I haven't planted anything in them yet. Over here where you see the little sticks sticking up, that's where I augered holes. I put the stick in each one of the holes. I filled each hole up with vermiculite and compost, and so the sand will keep the vegetable nice and moist, the carrot, and it will go straight down through it. And these are about 12 to 15 inches deep, so with any luck I should have some good carrots. This is a hand auger that I used to drill the holes. This is a 2-inch bit. You can buy this at Home Depot for putting in like bulbs for tulips. And then I just used a regular hand drill that I used to have, and it works really well. So I use this to drill the holes in the sand, and then filled the hole with compost, and I should be able to put the carrots in it.